esports market in the world. I think the sales number of the esports market has passed 100 billion RMB. There are over 200 million users or fans playing video games here in China. It's been enjoying a significant growth rate, well in the double digits in the past 10 to 20 years, and I see it's going to keep growing.
So, growth rates at double digits. This is already the largest esports market in the world. You say it'll continue to grow, but how sustainable is that growth? It seems like it's already a mature market. Can it still grow at double-digit rates down the road, or maybe high single digits? What do you think?
Well, it's definitely going to keep growing. Like, the Chinese market is a bit different from the rest of the world. We have the PC, the console, and the mobile all over the world, but the mobile game
definitely the most popular here.
Is the most popular here in China, exactly. But other than that, the console still is relatively small compared with the rest of the world. We have some potential there, and as well as the PC games. We're going to keep growing and catch up with the rest of the world.
How big is the potential, do you think, specifically for console games? Because China has just opened the market recently for console games. Will that pick up? Because it's a different consumer experience, I feel, with a bigger screen.
Well, I think the potential is there. It's gonna change because of the lifestyles of people living overseas compared with the Chinese are different. Maybe, for example, in the US, people have larger living rooms. They will have the luxury to have the consoles and have a living room entertainment. I think that's gonna, with the second-tier cities catching up, and they will have more discretionary income to spend, and that'll help push this console market to grow.
Okay. Do you think society's attitude towards esports, towards gaming in general here in China, do you think that's changed over the past few years? Have you seen a noticeable change? Because previously, the attitude, I would say, would be borderline negative, right? But what about now?
It's been changing, and the attitude hasn't completely changed in the past 5 years, but that's still in a process, I would say. I think if you look at, you got to differentiate the video game from the esports. Esports is competitive video game playing. So esports has become a standalone entertainment itself in this area. It's not different from the music industry, the sports industry, or any type of, or the movie industry. People want to watch the movie when they have the time to enjoy themselves, and the younger generation especially, they play video games and they want to watch their favorite esports star play in a competition as well.
But how do you address the critics who say esports, gaming in general, it could be addictive?
I would tell them, like, esports is really difficult to get addicted to. If you think about it, like, the professional esports players will have to play, not play, they have to work for 15 hours. They have to practice for 15 hours per day, and it's work. It's not like entertainment for themselves. So that's what I would tell them. Like, video games might be addictive, but there is definitely a cure, and there are regulations on top of that from the government of the age limit, for example, the number of hours that the youngsters can play on a daily basis. I think that'll solve part of the problem.
And how much did the pandemic really give a boost to esports here in China? I mean, we just heard from our Wei-Lin Tan and from our reports just now. We really saw a boom here in esports. Was there a fundamental shift in the industry because of lockdowns and people staying at home?
I think the pandemic definitely accelerated the process. There are a lot of interest in esports from the public. If you think about it, part of it is because of a lack of entertainment options. You can't really go out, you can't go to the restaurants, you can't really go to the movie theaters. There are not a lot of options. Esports, on the other hand, has this luxury because for example, our F1 esports series can provide the research with the technology infrastructure, so they can participate in the pro leagues from an isolated space, their homes.
Yeah.
So